Well, the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair dates back to 1965. It originally was a project of the Baton Rouge Jaycees, who started a automotive trade show in 1963. And actually, we moved to Bon Marché parking lot with the trade show in 64 and put a midway out on Airline Highway in 65, and that's what we call our first fair. Had no money in the bank in the middle of 1986 and decided we'd try it again. We had a fair, an 11-day event in 1986. It was a huge success. And the rest, as they say, is really history, because we've gone from a humongous debt when we took it over to a profitable, if you will, although it's a full nonprofit organization, but we have made money, we have put money in the bank, and since 1987 we've given away in grants and monies to organizations and the Recreation and Park Commission about $1,900,000 in that time frame. And we have enough money to pay any debts if we had another hurricane.
It's always important when we have people who come to help us with projects. We can never do everything ourselves, and when we have a community group like the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair Foundation step up to the plate and say, we can help you, that's great. And our playground, Safari Playground, is a perfect example. We were able to use funds that we had from a tax election to do capital improvements at the zoo. We were able to match that with the funds the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair Foundation gave us, and the result is a fabulous playground. As you can see, the kids are really enjoying today. In the past, we had a playground that was your typical park playground with sand, and every year we brought in truckloads of sand, because every year truckloads of sand left in shoes and hair and diapers and pockets and all sorts of things like that. Well, today it's a beautiful recycled, retread surface, which is great for the environment, as well as safer for the children, and the kids go away a lot cleaner than they used to. They don't get as dirty and as muddy as they used to in the playground. This project happened in 2005, and not only did they provide funds for our playground, Safari Playground, but they also provided funds to help us with educational graphics throughout the zoo. The zoo had, throughout the years, had new educational graphics, and it was all different styles and different looks and different types, and we were actually able to go in and take out all of the old educational graphics and put new in. So the gift of $100,000, which I believe was the largest gift they had given at the time to the zoo, went a long, long way. We were really able to spread that out and do a lot of great work here at the zoo. You know, we are a facility that tries to help connect people with nature, and that's our mission. And when people can come out and have a good time, as you see the kids are today, and spending time, quality time with moms and dads and aunts and uncles and grandmas and grandpas, and when they also come out and have a chance to learn, and the graphics do a great job of explaining what's going on and the importance of saving these wildlife and the wild places they live in, that makes our community a better community, because we have more responsible people, we have responsible kids that are growing up knowing that they can make a difference.
St. Vincent de Paul we have supported, and they had a need to expand their pharmacy, which is not just for young people. It does entail a lot of an older crowd, but it was a program that's a wonderful pharmacy program for folks that have a hard time. And so we put another $50,000 into that, along with a couple other people who did the same thing, organizations, and helped them build basically a brand new pharmacy building on their property there on Convention Street.
Greater Baton Rouge State Fair has meant so much to us. They help us with our Uniforms for Kids campaign. They help us with our St. Vincent de Paul Community Pharmacy. They make a difference in the lives of poor men, women, and children right here in our community. You know, it's not all about the rides. It's about having a good time, but in so doing, raising critical dollars for the less fortunate of our community. And I'm going to tell you, I see the results of the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair. They're terrific. Right here in our pharmacy, we're filling prescriptions that are life-sustaining, and it means so much to the people we serve. The Greater Baton Rouge State Fair literally helped us build this pharmacy. Their dollars gave us the dollars we needed to expand our pharmacy. This year we'll fill over 30,000 prescriptions worth $2 million, all life-sustaining prescriptions that mean people are alive today because of the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair. You know, when somebody's breaking a tablet in half or skipping doses of critical life-sustaining medicine, it's so important that we're here. And we are here today because of the support we receive from the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair. There is a tremendous difference before and after. The before is this was outside, this was on grass. All of this expansion has been made possible by the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair and other concerned people in the community. But the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair really stepped up to the plate, gave us the funding we needed, and has really made not only a short-term impact, but a long-term impact in our community that you just can't measure with words. The Greater Baton Rouge State Fair, it's not all about rides. It's about having some fun, but also doing something for the community. And you know, a community can be measured on a lot of things, education, the economy. But you know, I think a community should be measured on how it takes care of its most vulnerable citizens, needy, the elderly that need medicine, and children. And the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair helps us not only with uniforms for kids, not only with our pharmacy, but helping us to make a better community for the less fortunate.
When we started giving money away in 1987, all we asked was for people to write us a letter, make a request, primarily youth-oriented programs. And that's where we started into. Over the years, with our full nonprofit status, the lawyers and the CPAs said we really need a format, so we established a format that's available on our website at gbrsf.com, and they can fill out the necessary paperwork, and it can be done on 1 or 2 pages, it can be done on 20 pages, depending on who's writing the grant request. So most of our stuff is youth-oriented. In the last couple of years, we have granted some money to the Alzheimer's Association, mainly because we're all getting old now, so we did some of that. But youth is what we do most. Everything from St. Vincent de Paul with their Uniform for Kids program that we've been funding ever since they started it about 12 or 13 years ago. We've put a lot of money into that for that purpose. We've done work with the Catholic Charities as well. We've done scholarship awards. We do a scholarship award program to a high school junior in every high school, public and private, in East Baton Rouge and surrounding parishes. And that's a potential of about 60 students, $500 scholarship award. And we do it with juniors so that we can bring them out to the fair in the fall when they're seniors, and they at least get to say hello to us, and we get to meet them and thank them from the stage type thing. And it's a good program. Most of them save it for college or for school work, and that's the whole point of the idea. It's only the request we make to the principals is that they give us a volunteer student, a student who spends a lot of time volunteering his time. We're all volunteers. We think that's important. So we made this program set up for volunteers, and we get some pretty good kids. We do a lot of things the same from one year to the next. We have agricultural shows on the weekend, beef, dairy, sheep, and goats we have every year. We have a lot of young people in South Louisiana who can't go to the state show in Shreveport, so they come to us, and everybody gets a ribbon or a prize or a premium. It's good for the junior 4-H folks and the FFA people, those kinds of things. We have lots of food items that are change a little bit every year, but fair food is fair food in most cases. This year we're bringing in a brand new Great American Petting Zoo. It's a different petting zoo format. It's a 20 by 60 tent, and the animals roam free in that tent. They're not behind cages. They have grown up in this atmosphere, so they don't jump on the kids, and they can buy grain to feed them and pet them and play with them and everything. It is a really fun show. I went to see it in Houston earlier this year before we got contracted with them. It's a different kind of petting zoo. This year, for our 25th anniversary, we're also bringing in the human Cannonball. David Smith, a young man out of, I believe, Missouri, that shoots himself out of a cannon twice a night, about 150 to 200 feet, and lands in a net. And he's been doing it all his life. It's a family that's grown up, and his dad did it. He's done it. His sisters do it. He's coming to be with us for 11 days. We have entertainment every night, different kinds, everything from blues to rock to country to Cajun and Zydeco, a little bit of everything for everybody. We are a regional, a little bigger than a parish fair. Some parish fairs smaller than some parish fairs, but in South Louisiana, we think we have the biggest midway we know we have the biggest midway in South Louisiana with lots of rides, about 40 minimum rides. And we have a reasonably priced admission. Our admission is $5 for anyone over 48 inches tall, 48 inches and above tall. And everybody else under 48 inches can get in free, but if they want to ride, they either have to buy coupons or buy a ride wristband. We sell ride wristbands all the time, every day at the gate. We also have, this year we have online ticket sales available at www.gbrsf.com for gate admission and also for a wristband. And then we will also be selling tickets this year for the first time from area participating Cracker Barrel convenience stores. There'll be about 28 stores selling a discount ticket, a weekend special discount ticket for $20. It gets you admission and all the rides you want to ride. So it's a bargain in terms of what you can do and save money and spend money on food. We draw from, we know we don't draw from all across Louisiana, but we draw some folks sometimes from as far north as even Monroe, area. But our main draw is 9 or 10 parishes surrounding us, and that's our biggest area. When the fair takes place on the fairgrounds, it's actually a Recreation and Park Commission park year-round, but it's called Airline Highway Park / Fairgrounds. It's on Airline Highway right at Bayou Manchac, which is the dividing line between East Baton Rouge and Ascension. And it runs from October the 28th to November the 7th this year. Opens on a Thursday and runs through Sunday a week. We open at 5 o'clock on weekdays and 1 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. And gates close about 10 o'clock on a weeknight except for Friday. Friday will stay open till about 12, and 12 o'clock on Saturday and 10 o'clock on Sunday. It's a good time. Thrills, chills, and family entertainment is what we're all about.